Hello. Hope you're doing well. Collective on this day, Friday. Almost a full moon upon us. And a new month coming up. Pull a card for the collective here today, please. Nine of Wands. So Nine of Wands. So what I'm getting from this card, the imagery on here, first of all, 9, I'm feeling like 9 before 10. 9 is the approach of the end of something, like a pivotal moment. The 8 wands in the background, like the stakes in the ground, they do have sprouts coming out of them, like fresh green sprouts. However, the person in the foreground is leaning on yet another stake to put in the ground, is the vibe I'm getting from that. So I feel like the 8 wands in the background are things that you've tried out in the past and they were solid then, but now all that's behind you. And leaning on this last wand or stake is the way I'm looking at it, the way they're put in the ground, not the meat stake. Looking weary, leaning on this next wand, like, oh, am I up for this? Do I really want to try this again? But also, this right foot is kind of looking like it's ready to take a step forward. So, leaning on this one wand here, like taking a rest, thinking about all the past wands that have been placed in the ground and how you've overcome putting those in there one by one. Not all were prosperous, I guess, like because of the different lengths and thicknesses. And there's one that's like especially short. So maybe things ended a little bit too soon or abruptly for whichever path that was taken. Like I feel like each wand is representative of a path or an opportunity that was acted upon, and leaning on wearily on this, ninth wand, thinking, okay, I can do this going forward. Let's see, because the land is barren here, but it is kind of up and down in the background, like the wands up and down. So I'd say like discomfort is expected, not a smooth path, but stable. So let's see what this book says and how it compares to my intuition on the imagery of the Nine of Wands. So this book source says the figure leans upon his staff and has an expectant look, as if awaiting an enemy. Behind are 8 other staffs. Interesting, they use the same wording. So behind are 8 other staffs, erect in orderly disposition, like a palisade. The card signifies strength in opposition. If attacked, the person will meet an onslaught boldly, and his build shows that he may prove a formidable antagonist. With this main significance, there are all its possible adjuncts: delay, suspension, adjournment. So I'm not really vibing with that. TBH. got a little bit wordy in the end of that one. So I did have a source online looked up here for interpreting this Nine of Wands. It wasn't flowing with my intuition here. In general context, the Nine of Wands tells you that you're halfway through a battle. Recent events have left you drained of all energy and feeling like you can't go on, which I was getting from the leaning on the wand there. But you are so close to getting what you want. You just need to gather the last of your strength and push forward, and you will be successful. And I feel like I was getting that vibe with, that front leg there, wanting to take another step. It represents ongoing battles, being battle weary, drained of energy, and fatigue, which I definitely hit on that. It also signifies courage, persistence, strength of will, having a backbone, holding out, and perseverance. The Nine of Wands is a card of gathering your strength, learning from past failures, fighting your corner, and making your last stand. You may be feeling wounded or guarded. Sorry, I lost my spot there. It can suggest that things have not worked out the way you planned, and there may have been challenges and setbacks along the way. The Nine of Wands also tells you that you are close to success or nearly there.